Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. We shall begin. So we're going to bring ourselves into a comfortable seated position on our mats. And today we are going to focus on our spine overall. We're going to do some back bends, and our theme is surrender. So as we move towards winter solstice on Thursday evening, the 21st of December, the shortest day of the year, with the least light, the darkest day of the year. By nature, we tend to have a pull towards hibernation at this time of the year, towards getting extra sleep in the darkness. And it's really important to really practice our self-care and look after ourselves, especially when things are ramping up for the holidays. I'm sure everyone's very busy with work and socializing, etc., etc. But that is why it's so important to take extra time to really slow down. So let's begin by just taking 3 deep inhalations into the nose, exhaling softly from the mouth. All together, relax your palms onto your knees, sit up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine. Close down the eyes, and we're going to inhale as fully as you can, stretching the diaphragm. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale softly, let it all go. Once again, deep inhalation into the nose. Fill up as fully as you can here. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale, let it all go. Last one, see if you can fill up a little bit more this time, really breathing into that lower region in the lungs. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale it all out, let it go. Surrender to your practice. And just relaxing now, allow your body to find a little bit of stillness here, letting go of any distractions in your environment. And welcome yourself home to your safe, held space on your yoga mat. And begin to deepen that breath. We'll do a count just to bring the attention to the breath. So inhaling for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, and exhaling for a count of 4. Together, let's begin. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And just continue on your own count. So each time you inhale, really allowing your belly to expand like a big balloon here. Fill up as fully as you can each time, working to lengthen your lung capacity. Stretching out the inside of the rib cage, really expanding internally. And with each exhalation, notice as you deplete your belly button or navel, moving towards your spine. And we're back. Again, I'm having a little bit of internet trouble this evening. I don't know what is going on. So please excuse the drops. So continue to breathe here. And as you breathe, gently begin to scan mentally from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes, and just notice how your body has arrived onto your mat this evening. Notice any tingling, any sensations, any tension in the body. And lastly, just noticing how you've arrived mentally and emotionally. Choose one word to describe how you've landed onto your mat this evening. No judgment. Gorgeous. And we are just going to take a final exhalation here. And as you complete that, just gently bow your head towards your heart. Slowly take your left ear towards the left shoulder. Exhale, release, bring the chin in towards the chest, half head roll, drawing the right ear towards your right shoulder. Exhale, release, chin towards chest, another half head roll, left ear towards left shoulder. Lovely, bringing the head back to center. We're going to take our hands to our shoulders, elbows to touch. Inhale, lifting the elbows as high as you can. Exhale, rolling the shoulder blades down the spine. So inhale as you lift, try to draw your elbows as high as you can. Exhale, soften the shoulder blades down that lovely straight spine. Last one here, inhale, lift. Exhale, release and soften. Beautiful. Taking the arms out nice and wide and just begin to rotate from your wrists, just stretching out those wrists. Rotate, go the opposite direction. We're going to drop our left palm towards the ground. Inhale, bring your right hand up and over as you fold into that left elbow. Drop the head. Inhale fully into the right side body. Exhale, release back to center. Left hand reaches up and over, folding into the right elbow. This time, drop the head. Inhale fully. Exhale, release. Once again, right hand up and over, folding a little deeper this time into that left elbow. Drop the head. Right lung, exhale, release back to center. Left hand goes up and over, folding deep into that right side. Inhale fully. And exhale, release. Lovely. Taking the hands to the knees now and just begin to rotate from there. So just getting the spine nice and loose and free here. Go as high or as low as you wish. Activating your Ujjayi breath. So throughout class, if you can, breathing in and out through the nose. And at any time, if you need to exhale from the mouth, please do. Lovely movement, yes. So like a spiraling around movement here, gorgeous. Lovely. So we're going to bring our feet together and just allow your knees to fall out to the sides. Butterfly out the knees here, just moving a little into the hips. Take hold of the ankles, bending the elbows. So use your elbows to push your knees out a little further. Just gently rock from side to side, opening up those hips. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to roll the spine down onto the ground now, coming onto our backs. And we're going to bring our knees in towards the chest. And just give yourself a big hug, a big squeeze. Take hold of opposite elbows and gently rock from side to side, massaging out the lower back. Lovely. So keep a hold of your right knee, extend the left leg nice and long, flexing that left ankle, activated left leg, and begin to stretch your right foot up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders and your head back onto the ground. Interlace your fingers behind the right thigh, and just begin to point and flex that right foot. Point and flex, like a ballet dancer. Again, softening the shoulders, relax the head here. And then when you're ready, begin to rotate the ankle, releasing any inflammation here if you've been on your feet. a lot today, etc., etc. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Keep lengthening into the leg, stretching into the back of that hamstring, the back of the leg. Breathing nice and deep with your active Ujjayi breath. Notice when you stop breathing or if you forget to breathe. Beautiful, lovely. Take the knee in towards the chest once again and feel that lovely compression in the right hip as you draw your knee towards your right armpit. Take your left palm and place it on your left hip. And just gently open up that right knee, opening into that right hip. Keep flexing the left foot so that left leg is still activated. Lovely. Drawing the right knee now across the body to the opposite side. Relax your right palm. And as you bring your left knee over the body, just look towards your right hand. Soften that right shoulder. Breathe into the twist. Lovely twist for the back here. Exhale, release. Coming back to center. Give that right knee one last squeeze. And switch legs. Draw the left knee in towards you. Extend the right leg out. Flexing that right ankle so the right leg is nicely activated. And just feel that lovely compression in the left hip this time. Breathe. Extend that left leg up towards the sky. Interlace the fingers behind the left thigh and begin your point and flex. Lovely. Really activating that hamstring muscle. Stretching it out, lengthening it. And begin to rotate the ankle here. Notice an oceanic sound as you exhale from the nose. Rotate, go the opposite direction. And don't be afraid to make a lot of sound with your breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Keep lengthening through that leg, stretching, lengthening, drawing that heel as high as you can towards the sky. Lovely. Bending that left knee now. Once again, squeeze your left knee towards the left armpit. Lovely. So we're going to take our right hand to our right hip and just gently open up your left knee. Feeling into the left hip area. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. Lovely. And then stretching, taking that left knee across the body to the opposite side. Relax your left palm and just look towards your left palm as you come into your little twist here. Relax the left shoulder. Wringing out the spine. Breathe fully here. Lovely. And exhale, release. Coming back to center. We're not staying too long. Give both knees a big hug, a big squeeze. And begin to cross. It doesn't matter, one foot over the other. It doesn't matter which. Relax your palms onto the ground. And just begin to rotate your knees here. So just getting right down into the coccyx, the lower region of the spine, the glutes. Really nice rotation. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Really nice to get down to that lower region as opposed to our lumbar spine. Beautiful. Okay, gorgeous. So gently rolling over to one side and just begin to push yourself up. We're going to come into our child's pose. So come onto your knees, bring your big toes to touch, knees as wide as the mat. Sink, soften the hips here. Bend the elbows, relax the elbows, and just take your forehead to the ground and just really grounding down here. Take a few deep breaths into the lower area of the lungs. So imagine that you're a seed in the depths of winter being planted firmly down towards the core of the earth. And the more hibernation and preservation and self-care that we do during this period of time, we'll be better equipped to handle the spring. So the more we can rest like a seed being planted into the soil for the winter, to grow and to nourish and heal and get stronger and stronger so that we can really begin to spread our roots and grow in the springtime, the 1st of February. Gorgeous. So Coming up into our tabletop position, and we're just going to begin to roll the belly here. So just imagine you're rolling your belly around a barrel. Make sure your fingers are spread wide. All 10 knuckles, finger pads are pressed firmly down onto the mat. You have a good foundation with the hands below the shoulders. Knees are below the hips. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Lovely Ujjayi breath. And then sinking the hips back onto the heels. So inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you sink those hips back. Don't worry about any cracking in the hips or the knees. Just feel into it. It's perfectly normal. Warming up the body. Inhale, go the opposite direction. Exhale as you sink back. Lovely. Move at your own pace. Close down the eyes here. Really move intuitively. Check in with every area of your body, every corner. Notice where there is any tingling, any pain, any sensation. Taking the hips from side to side now, and maybe walking the palms around your mat, stretching out those wrists, maybe walking them towards you, rotating from the shoulders down into the wrists here, if that's nice for you. And then you might sink your hips back, placing the palms back, the back of the palms on the mat, I should say. Just stretching out the wrists here as well a little bit. Be gentle. They can sometimes be very tender. Be very delicate area. Gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to come into our tabletop position. And from here, we're going to imagine there's a line going straight down the middle of our body. So that's our inner line. The inner line going straight through the body, from the top, the crown of the head, down to your sit bones or your coccyx. And we're going to draw the navel towards the spine. So we have a nice flat back. We don't want to be overarching in the spine. Extend your right leg out and extend your left arm forward. And begin to draw your left hand towards the center line of the body. Draw your right foot towards the center line of the body. And just looking straight down at the mat. Take a few breaths here. Balancing, engaging your core. Lovely. Making a fist with that left hand now. And you're going to bend your right knee and draw your left elbow towards your right knee. Rounding the spine. So inhale, lengthen for 1. We're going to take 5 here. Exhale for 2. Elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Lovely. Come back onto all fours. Just give your hips a little wiggle, a little shake. And we'll do the opposite side. So make sure your fingers are spread wide. Extend the left leg out nice and long. Right hand reaches out as long as you can, stretching that left leg, that right arm, and drawing that right hand and the left foot towards the center line of the body. Take a breath here, engaging the core. Notice where you're being drawn down by gravity. Make a fist with that right hand. Left knee to right elbow, rounding the spine. Inhale, lengthen for 1. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Keep looking down at your mat. Try to keep the rest of your body still. Exhale. Lengthen. Exhale, release. Last one now. Really lengthen here as fully as you can. Exhale, release. Don't worry if you're a bit wobbly. Come back to all fours. Give your hips a little shake, a little wiggle. And we'll begin our cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, traction your chest forward, gaze draws up. Exhale, release, bring the chin toward the chest, dome to the spine like a scared cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Gaze draws up. Exhale, release. So again, go at your own pace. Allow your breath to lead your movement here in your cat-cow. And as we know, this is the most excellent exercise for our whole entire spine, but particularly your lower back. And if anyone has any back issues, this is one of the best things that you can do. build, increase your flexibility, and to iron out any issues in the lower back. Keep breathing, nice pace, balanced breath. Beautiful. Okay, lovely. Give the hips a little weight up from side to side. And we're going to take our puppy pose. So keep the knees in line with your hips. And begin to walk your hands as far forward as you can, as wide as the mat. Melt your heart, melt your chest, and just gently come down, bringing your forehead or your chin to the mat. Or you might stay high. Don't worry about where you are. Just melt the chest as fully as you can. And just take a couple of breaths here in your puppy pose. Lovely, breathing nice and deep. Again to that lower region of the belly. Lovely, everyone. Exhale, release, slowly walking those hands back. Coming back to your tabletop position. We're going to tuck our toes now. Sink the hips. Spread the fingers wide. And begin to lift your tailbone up towards the sky. Walking the feet a little further forward. Make sure your feet are a little wide, hip distance apart, and just pedaling out the feet. If this is very uncomfortable for you, walk your feet a little closer, your hands a little closer. Just take it nice and soft to begin. Bringing those hips from side to side. Give your head a little shake, yes. And a little shake, no. And slowly begin to bend the knees and step towards your hands or the back of the wrists. Walking up to the top of the mat. Lovely. We're just going to hang out here for a little while, like rag dolls. Just taking hold of opposite elbows and let your whole upper body go. Plant down with the feet, grounding all four corners of the feet into the mat, into the earth. And just let your whole upper body just hang out. Release the arms now. Allow your hands to flop down towards the ground. Shake your shoulders. Oh, just really surrender. Let go to being upside down for a few more breaths here. Notice how it feels in your head, all the blood rushing down, reoxygenating all those cells. Maybe take a few exhalations from the mouth here if this is a big release for you. And slowly begin to roll up through the spine, stacking vertebrae on vertebrae. Stay grounded in the feet as you roll up, standing. Lovely, no head rush when you get to the top, just shaking the arms out, side to side, give the legs a little shake. Lovely, and we're just going to do a little bit of tapping. So just tapping the head, bring around to the back of the head, the forehead, the temples, the cheeks. And as you tap, just soften, try to soften those areas, back of the neck, shoulders, your vagus nerve here on your collarbone, just give that a good little tapping out, working down into the arms, upper ribs, pelvis, glutes, and the legs. Lovely, the leg, lovely. And then just shake like jelly for a moment, wobble your whole body and get really loose and soft. Eventually grounding the feet as you wobble like jelly on a plate. Roll the lips, make some noise. Letting go, releasing anything that you're holding in your body this evening. Let it all flow out and leave you now. Gorgeous. So feet hip distance apart, taking all 10 toes off the mat. Tucking the pelvis, lock out the knees for a moment, stand up nice and tall, palms face forward. Tadasana. Opening across the chest, take a big breath here. That Ujjayi breath now once again. We're going to bring our hands to prayer. Inhale, reaching fingertips up towards the sky, go as long as you physically can here. Look towards your thumbs. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips or swan dive forward, folding forward, drop the head. Inhale, come into a flat back or halfway lift. Hands to shins or knees. Exhale, bend the knees, Planting the hands back on the ground and step back into your high plank. Knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga, maybe for the first. Knees, chest, and chin. And then release the toes, scoop the chest forward, coming into your baby cobra. So keep the elbows tucked, draw the shoulders back, and take a breath here. Exhale, release, and we're just going to push back into child's pose. Bring the big toes to touch, sink the hips, and just relax the hands to the side of your body. Drop your head down and just take a deep grounding breath here. Lovely. Exhale, release. Walking the hands forward again to our tabletop position. And we're going to step our right foot forward between our hands. We're going to take both hands to the inside of the right foot and just begin to rotate the right knee over the right ankle. So don't worry. Lovely. That's it. Rotate, go the opposite direction, just feeling into that hip. So make sure you've got padding for underneath your left knee. If you're on a hard floor, or just always look after your knees. Always get an extra blanket or use something for padding. Lovely. We're going to take the right hand to the outside of the right foot now and heel toe the right foot to the center of your mat. Fingertips to touch. Take a breath here. Now, as you exhale, begin to straighten out that right leg. Flexing the right ankle, coming into the heel of the right foot. So inhale as you come forward, fingertips to touch. Exhale as you straighten out that right leg. Lovely. So build your flow here. Take your time. Make sure you look after your knees. Don't go too deep if it's too much. If there's any injuries there, really listen to your body. Allow your breath to lead the movement here. And enjoy the stretch. Enjoy this lovely runner stretch. Especially in the left quad. Nice and deep in there as well. Beautiful. We're going to meet back at the top of the mat. We're going to sweep our arms up into a lovely low lunge. So really press into that front foot. Draw the arms up and just take a look up towards the sky as you come into a little back bend here. Draw the hands back, biceps to ears. And exhale, release. Taking the hands back to the inside of that right foot now, once again. And we're going to, from here, we're going to step that right foot or heel toe the right foot out to the edge of the mat. And just taking your right hand, place your right hand on your right knee. Just gently open up your right knee, coming onto the outside edge of the right foot. So opening to the right hip. Lovely. Exhale, release. Begin to heel toe that right foot back. Center, fingertips to touch. We're going to tuck our left toes in now. Draw your left heel back and come onto the ball of the left foot. So we're going to find our high lunge. Sweep your arms up towards the sky. And taking the arms out, gently drop that left heel down. And find warrior two. Lovely. Roll the shoulders back and down. So make sure your front knee is in line with the front ankle. Right palm flips towards the sky. And draw your right hand up and over. Left hand comes down the back of the left leg. Drop the head. Peaceful reverse warrior here, please. Exhale, release. Right elbow comes to the right knee. And bring your left hand up and over the head. Sink into that right hip. Breathe. Strong legs here. Both feet are planted. Exhale, release. Pressing into both feet. Come back to warrior two. And just begin to straighten both legs now. Straighten that front knee. Inhale, reaching the right fingertips forward as far as you can. Exhale, right hand to the inside of that right ankle. Look towards your left fingertips. Find your Trikonasana. Breathe. So there's a lovely line going from the left hand down to the right hand. That lovely straight line here. Breathe. Exhale, release. Pressing into both feet, come back to standing. And bring the feet parallel on the mat. Toes in, heels a little bit out. Draw the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Inhale, Open the heart towards the sky, and as you exhale, hinging from the hips, folding forward, you take the hands up over the head and just shake out your head. Ooh, make an ah sound. If you need to bend your knees as much as you need to. Ooh. Really feeling into those inner legs here. See if you can bring your head a little closer to the ground and bending the elbows, draw the hands back to the hips. And we're going to just place our right hand directly down on the ground in front of you and bring your left fingertips up towards the sky, towards your left hand, finding a little twist here in the spine. Exhale, release. Drawing the left palm, place it in front of the right hand and reach your right fingertips up towards the sky. Look towards your right hand. Breathe. Exhale, release. Bringing both hands to the ground now. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Walk the hands forward, coming into a lovely wide downward dog. Lift the tailbone high. Working into straightening those legs, or straighten one and then the other. Walking the hands back to center now. And we'll take our hands to the hips. Inhale, look forward, coming to a flat back, pressing into both feet, and gently come back to standing. Heels in, toes out, sink the hips. Just gently bouncing here. Slowly rock from side to side. Lovely. Keeping the shoulders in line with the hips. Making a prayer with the hands. Inhale, draw the right heel off the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, left heel comes off the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, see if you can take both heels off the mat, stretching into those calf muscles. Keep the shoulders in line with the hips. Lovely, and breathe. Exhale, release. Hold. Lovely, come down whenever you need to, draw the shoulders back and down, sink the hips a little bit more. We're going to take the hands to the knees now. Inhale, draw the right shoulder forward. So a little bit of flossing here. Exhale, release. Inhale, left shoulder forward. Flossing into the thoracic upper spine. Inhale, forward. That right shoulder once again. Exhale, release. Shoulders over hips. Inhale, left shoulder forward. That might feel really nice on the back. Lovely. Exhale, release. Coming back. Heel toe the feet back to a lovely wide hip distance apart. And just begin to draw the digit 8 with your hips. The digit 8 with your hips. And then go the opposite direction. Lovely, get nice and soft in those hips. Lovely, take the hips from side to side, give them a little wiggle. Great, and we're going to come down our malasana, so feet out, heels in once again. You might need to move your feet around a little bit, but coming down into your squat, drawing the tailbone down. And then just gently rock from side to side, come up onto the tippy toes till you just get your feet in the right position. Use your elbows to draw your knees out ever so slightly, keep drawing the tailbone down. Try to straighten the spine here. You rock backwards and forwards. Take a little smile through any discomfort, any pain. Lovely, exhale, release. We're going to draw our hands back onto the mat and just gently step back into your downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet once again. Bringing the feet a little closer together, big toes to touch. There's a distance between the heels. Lift the tailbone a little bit higher. And we're going to inhale our right foot up towards the sky, coming into a three-legged dog here. Lovely. Bending that right knee. Roll the shoulders forward over the wrists and draw your right knee in towards your chest as high as you can. Exhale, release. Step back to three-legged dog. Breathe. Bending that right knee, this time taking the right knee to the outside of the right elbow. High as you can to touch. Exhale, step it back. Three-legged dog. One last one here. I know this can be tough. Bend that right knee across the body to the outside of the left elbow. Strong arms. Exhale, release. Press it back. Three-legged dog. Drop that right foot now and just hold your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Lovely. We're going to try the other side. So inhale, left foot up towards the sky as high as you can with that left toes. Point that left foot, bend that left knee and take the left knee in towards the chest. Roll the shoulders over the wrists as you come forward. High as you can, exhale, release. Three-legged dog, lovely. Bending the knee to the outside of the left elbow, just gently to touch. High as you can, exhale. Three-legged dog, keep the breath. Bending that left knee across the body to the outside of the right elbow, gently to touch. And we're done. Step it back. Three-legged dog and release, dropping that left foot now. Just pedaling out the feet once again, enjoying that lovely hamstring stretch. Give your hips a little wiggle from side to side. And we're going to step our left foot forward to the top of the mat. Relax your right knee. Release your right toes. And just sweep the arms up, find your low lunge here. So get padding for your right knee this time. And an extra blanket or cushion, just something to support that right knee. Sweep the arms up, find your low lunge, taking your back bend here, open the heart, open the chest as if someone was pulling up towards the sky. Lovely, exhale, release, taking the hands to the inside of the left foot this time and rotate that left knee over left ankle. So really imagine that ball and socket in your left hip. You're getting all that lovely lymph fluid moving. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Find that lovely oceanic sound in your Ujjayi breath. And enjoy the stretch on the right quad as well here. Once you support that right knee. Lovely. Heel toe out that left foot. And just gently taking the left hand to the inside of the left knee. Gently press it out, coming onto the outside edge of the left foot. And just feeling into that left hip here. Breathe. Excellent. And release, heel toe that left foot back to the center of the mat. Fingertips to touch. Quad stretch on the right side, and then exhale, straightening out that left leg. Flex the ankle, coming onto the heel of the left foot. So find your own flow here. Go at your own pace. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale, release, drawing it back. Really enjoy this lovely runner stretch. Lengthening that tight hamstring. Let's think of the hamstrings as big elastic bands that need to be worked at, strengthened, lengthened every day. Find your flow here, your own rhythm with your breath. And enjoy it. Lovely. Okay, fingertips to touch. We're going to tuck the right toes in. Draw the right heel back and come onto the ball of the right foot. Sweep the arms up. Find your high lunge now, once again, on this side, on the left side. Dropping the right heel, take the arms out. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Left palm flips to face towards the sky and draw your left hand up and over. Right hand comes down the back of the right leg. Peaceful reverse warrior. Dropping the head. Exhale, release. Taking the left elbow this time to your left knee. Let's just switch around here. Left knee and reach the right arm up and over. So really dropping into that left hip. Strong legs, feet are fully planted. Exhale, release, pressing back to warrior two. Begin to straighten out that front knee now. Inhale, reaching the left fingertips forward. Exhale, left hand to the inside of the left ankle. Right hand reaches up towards the sky, up towards your right fingertips. Breathe. Pressing into both feet now. Exhale, release. Coming back to standing. Beautiful. Bring your feet parallel on the mat, hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, open the heart, open the chest. And as you exhale, hinging from the hips, fold forward, take the hands up and over the head. Shake your head yes, and shake your head no. And just breathe nice and deeply here as you hang out upside down. Releasing the hands, taking hands to the hips, or dropping your hands down onto the ground. We're going to bring our heels in, toes out, the heels in ever so slightly, and just walk your hands over towards your right foot, bending your right knee, straighten out that left leg. You might half squat down, straighten into the left leg, reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. So exhale, release, walking the hands back to center. Again, doesn't matter how far you come down, so you can do a slighter version of this, or you can go even deeper into it. So just find what works for you to find that lovely stretch, long stretch in the right leg here on this side. Open the right hand up towards the sky. Take your time. Exhale, release, walking the hands back to center and over towards the right foot once again. Maybe going a little bit deeper a second time. Reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, release, walking the hands back to center. And to the opposite side. Reach your right hand up. Lovely. Back to center once again. Dropping the head, feet parallel. We're going to take the hands to the hips. Pressing into both feet now. Inhale, coming up to standing. Lovely. Exhale, begin to heel toe the feet back to a lovely hip distance apart. Give your hips just a slight little wiggle. Heels in, toes out, and just squatting back down into your malasana. Pose, use your elbows to draw your knees out a little wider. Finding stillness here, find your breath. And we're going to go into our pigeon pose. So hopefully you're facing the top of your mat here, like so. We're going to just plant our hands down. Step your feet back into downward facing dog once again. Just take a breath here. And we're going to inhale, bring our right knee below right wrist, right foot below left wrist. So keeping the back leg straight, you might need to walk your back leg back. Allow your right knee to bend as much as it needs to. If you have a block or a bolster or something underneath your right hip, please get it. And lovely, surrender, walking your hands forward, melt and surrender into your pigeon pose. So you might be up high. If you're up high, I encourage you to use blankets, cushions, whatever you need. You can make a fist with your hands or stay high on your forearms, wherever is most comfortable for you. Find the most comfortable position and deeply surrender. Bring your awareness now to your breath. And just continue to let go of any controlling, any agitation, discomfort in the mind. And witness your thoughts. Remember, you are not your thoughts. Going a little bit deeper here, a couple of deeper breaths. Lovely. And slowly begin to walk the hands back. Open the heart, open the chest, look up towards the sky, take your back bend here. This might be enough for you today. Option to maybe bend the left knee and make sure your left knee is padded. Option to bend the left knee, you might take hold of the inside of the left foot. It's available. Feels comfortable to stretch into that left quad. Give your head a little roll, stretching the shoulders and all. Nothing. Planting the hands back on the mat. Gently pressing into the hands, strong arms, and just come back into your core tabletop position. And we'll do the other side. So you can go from tabletop or tucking the toes, come back to your downward facing dog. This time bending the left knee, taking the left shin parallel to the top of the mat. So your left knee is below left wrist, left foot below right wrist, straightening out the back leg. Again, get your cushion, your block, books, whatever you've got in your house, just anything to support underneath that left hip. If it's high, and then walking the hands forward, surrendering here. So make sure you're not feeling anything in your front knee. It's all about the hip and the glute in this pigeon pose. And if you do feel anything in your knee, come back out and go in again. Surrender. And breathe into that left hip this time. And so the pigeon can be a really deep emotional release. So notice if there is anything coming up for you today. Allowing anything that might need to come through or to pass, to be. Just allowing yourself to be with whatever is arising. Take a couple more deep breaths here. See if you can surrender even more into this pose. And go deeper. Gorgeous. One last breath here. Exhale. Slowly begin to walk the hands back. Open the heart, open the chest, taking your back bend up. Again, option to bend that right knee. This time you're taking hold of the inside of the right ankle this time. Planting the hands back. And this time we're going to just roll over onto our left hip. So just remove whatever block or support you have. Just come onto your left hip. Gently bring your right knee around to meet your left. And extend the legs out nice and long, flexing the ankles here. Remove the flesh from underneath the sit bones. Sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms up overhead. Find a lovely L shape here. And as you exhale, begin to hinge from the hips, fold forward. See if you can bring your forehead down first before the arms. Bend the knees as much as you need to, and at the end, surrender. And rounding the spine, bring the chin towards the chest. And just let go here. So release, come back to seated. And begin to roll the spine down onto your back. Once again, bring the knees in towards the chest. And just gently begin to rotate the knees, making big circles with your knees. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Lovely. Dropping the feet now, walk your feet in as close to your body as you can. Planting the palms facing down on the mat and begin to tuck your pelvis, bring your lower back onto the ground, pressing into the feet, lift the hips up toward the sky, coming up onto the shoulders in your bridge pose. Keep drawing the knees towards each other, a fist apart. See if you can lift the hips a little bit higher, squeeze into those glutes. And exhale, release, rolling down the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, taking the right foot off the mat, bring your right ankle to your left knee, allow your right knee to fall out to the side. And just taking that left foot off the mat, interlace your fingers behind the left thigh, bringing that left knee in as close as you can. Take a breath here, flexing both ankles. Exhale, release, dropping that left foot back, switching sides. So left foot to right knee, open up that left knee. Inhale, draw the right foot off the mat. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. This is a cousin of our pigeon, so we're just going even deeper into the hips here. Draw that right knee in towards you. Breathe into the left hip. And exhale, release. Windshield wiper out those knees, just drawing your knees from side to side. And bringing the knees in towards you, we'll just take our baby pose, take hold of the outside of the feet. Bring the knees in towards your chest. And just cross your right leg over your left. Take your arms wide, palms face up towards the sky, and just allow your knees to fall to the left. Look towards the right hand. This is a really deep twist for the spine here. Taking 3 deep breaths into the twist. Engaging those obliques, draw the knees back to center. And uncross the legs, cross the opposite leg now, the left over the right. And just allow your feet, your legs to fall to the right side this time. Look towards your left hand. Find the twist and take 3 deep inhalations. Exhale from the mouth. Really let go of your practice now. Exhale. Release, coming back to center. Bring the feet together, allow the knees to fall out to the sides. Butterfly out the knees once again. Opening up the hips. And begin to take your legs as wide as the mat. Feet fall out to the sides. Just shake the legs out like jelly. Dropping into your Shavasana. So if you need to get an extra blanket or a hoodie or anything for warmth, please do. And we're just going to have our Savasana now, our 3 minutes. So just get as cozy and warm as you can, and then at the end I'll slip off quietly, or you can slip off quietly if you don't want to wrap up with me, so not to disturb your lovely piece. Okay. So just begin to allow the head to get really heavy on the mat. Begin to soften our head, the brow, temples, cheeks. Unlock your jaw. Relax the back of the neck, shoulders, elbows, wrists, back of the palms, into each fingertip. Relax your upper back down through your lumbar spine into your coccyx. Inhale, ease and calm throughout the body. And exhale, release anything that's no longer serving you. Soften the heart, the chest. Let your belly go. Release your pelvis, your hips, your glutes. Allow the legs to be like jelly, one last wobble before surrendering to stillness. Allow the feet to fall out to the sides. And as you inhale, begin to surrender to your Shavasana. As you exhale, imagine that you're melting a little closer down towards the core of the earth. With each exhalation, gravity is drawing you down to center, realign, readjust, nurture, nourish your body. Some time returning inward, hibernation, and rest. As we go deep into the deepest, darkest depths of the winter, we too are nature. We need to slow down and surrender, allowing our bodies time for healing, nourishing, expanding. And to find peace here in this present moment as you surrender to this relaxation. Breathe, let go, and remind yourself that this very moment is the only one you know you have for sure. This is the time for stillness. Notice if there is still traffic or noise in your mind. And imagine they are like clouds on a cloudy day. And you need to blow them away to allow the clear blue sky to come through. Let those clouds go and find clarity here in this present moment. Deepening your breath once again to maybe awaken. If you want to go towards the end of your practice, or if you want to slip off or stay where you are, please stay where you are. If you want to awaken, you just begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and roll over to one side, just curling up like a baby for a moment. Honor your inner child, sending her lots of love and kindness and compassion, especially to those areas where you tend to be very hard on them. Reminding yourself of what you need to fill up your cup so you can overflow, be the best version of yourself for the coming holiday. Using your outer hand and push yourself up into a seated position. Sit up nice and tall. And we'll just close the glass with one gentle arm. Inhale, compress our arm. And so much for practicing with me. If you want to slip off to bed, please do. If anyone has any questions or anything you want to ask me, I'm here.